Hey everyone, this is Psychopathic One. I had to redo this review because my my uh, uh, tablet went through an update. But anyways, this is Gutterballs. Um, for my Unearthing the Gore Unearthed Films reviews. But anyways, this film was the first Ryan Nicholson movie I ever saw. Then I ended up seeing Live Feed, which I like this better than Live Feed. Um, uh, what this film has in it is extreme gore, like just ugh, like some of it is just plain gross. There's a circumcision, which I'll get into. Um, but anyways, what this film is about, it's about these two bowling teams. The first team is led by Jamie, who is on the back right here, the one in the green. Um, he's Lisa's boyfriend, and um, uh, there's Dave, who is the one in the kind of sequin suit. Ben, who is kind of the rocker. And like I said, Lisa, who is not Jamie's boyfriend, Jamie's girlfriend, who ends up getting assaulted. And, the assault scene, like, goes on way too long. I always, when I, watch, the movie. Anyways, Jamie, uh, loves Lisa a lot, and, the rest of the teammates are, Sarah, played by Mihola Terzic, who's got like this dyed hair to like braids kind of look going on. So anyways, the bad guys are not Sarah, Steve, AJ, and Joey, and these are horrible, horrible people. But anyways, they get into a fight with oh, and Patrick too. I thought he was alright at first at the beginning of the movie, but then when the assault happened, I was just like, I lost all respect for him. But anyways, they're playing and a fight breaks out between Jamie and his crew and Steve and his crew. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there's a crossdresser on Lisa's team who's really, really cool. I like him. And what ends up happening is, how the fight starts is Steve ends up picking up Sam, the crossdresser, and ends up messing around with him, like teasing him and everything, and picking him up, and ends up dropping him. And so the fight breaks out, and Steve is wailing on Jamie, and all of a sudden, Jamie ends up picking up a bottle and throwing it against Steve's head, and he ends up getting a busted eye. And so, the next night, well, before the next night, what causes Steve to get angry at Lisa is Lisa ends up dropping a bowling ball right on Steve's foot and ends up crushing it, and he's walking around the rest of the movie in crutches and a cast on his leg. And what ends up happening is, after they get kicked out for the night by the janitor, who also happens to be the owner, played by Dan Ellis from Hanger, what ends up happening is they come back the next night to bowl again, and there ends up being a killer by the name of BBK. patrolling the building. And it's kind of a mystery of who BBK happens to be. I skipped over the assault scene, but that's what causes BBK to appear. So you're discovering who BBK is, and Dan Ellis is a riot in this movie. He plays the janitor Egerton, who's really funny in this movie. He's always giving like some snarky comebacks to AJ's crew and some of Steve's crew, mostly AJ and Steve. He's giving comebacks to, but the kills in this movie are great. The first one I didn't really get into because it was a death by sexual move, which is just kind of disturbing when you're watching this movie with your significant other. But anyways, after that you get death by circumcision, and they pretty much peel it like a banana. And I'm just like, man, that's gross, but cool. There's a death by strangulation involving shoelaces from the bowling shoes. There's a death by eye gouging involving bowling pins. There's like 10 deaths in this movie, and they're all really gory. Only one of them isn't really all that gory. Then a death by head smash with 2 bowling balls just smashing a girl's head, and her brain gets popped out, and her eyes get popped out too, and it's gross. Steve, AJ, and Joey get the worst thing. Joey's is off screen. He gets a decapitation. Steve gets his comeuppance with a bowling pin, and then he gets his head smashed repeatedly with a bowling pin. And AJ gets probably the best death in the movie. He gets his head waxed off. Like first his face gets waxed, and you see like his waxed face, and then BBK just shoves his face deeper into the bowling waxing machine, the one that's broken, and you just see the inside of AJ's head, and it's amazing, these effects. And you also get the death of BBK in the movie, and it's a really gory. It's a new way to die from a shotgun to the head. But anyways, this film is excellent. The only downside to it is the assault scene, and some of the characters are really unlikable to the extent that they're cartoony. But what this Blu-ray comes with is 40 hours of behind-the-scenes footage. Some of the behind-the-scenes footage doesn't have sound, but it's all on the second disc, the behind-the-scenes footage. But the making of is on the first disc. It's called Behind the Balls, The Making of Gutterballs. It also comes with a photo gallery and commentary, and the penetration edition, which I watched it thinking it was going to be a lot different. Only 20 seconds of extra footage, and it's footage I could have done without, but I am cool with them putting it on here. It's hardcore inserts, by the way, which every time I watch this, I just watch the regular uncut version. But this thing is packed with extras, and I'm happy to own it. It was my second Unearthed Films Blu-ray. The first one I got was No Reason. But if you want a brutal, gory time, definitely check this movie out. But I warn you, it will offend a lot of people. Definitely don't watch it in front of your parents if you're like 18 and you want a movie night. Definitely don't watch it on a movie night with your family because, like, yeah, definitely not a family movie. The gore in it is excellent. The acting is hit or miss. The the effects absolutely incredible. Ryan Nicholson did an amazing job on the effects with his wife, and the movie I didn't get to talk about a whole lot because I was dead tired when I did the review. Hanger, some of the same actors from this movie play in Hanger, like the guy who plays Steve plays Filthy. The character named Filthy in Hanger, and Hanger has one of my favorite characters of Ryan Nicholson movies, Russell, played by Wade Gibb, who plays Joey in this movie, and AJ Nathan Dashwood plays Hanger in the movie Hanger, and you feel bad for Hanger in that movie. So, like, Nathan Dashwood is definitely a really capable actor. Like, I like him. Like, when he can play an asshole, he can play an asshole. But when he plays just a regular, deformed, nice guy like Hanger, like, you really root for him. But Russell is my favorite character in Hanger. I should have talked more about Hanger, I'm sorry, when I did the review. But anyways, out of 10, I give this movie a solid 9 out of 10. The only thing holding it back, really, is the assault scene. So anyways, this Psychopathic One signing off. Hopefully you all enjoyed my Unearthing the Gore reviews, and I will catch you later. Bye. Happy Halloween, everybody.